Hi, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Hey, guys. My name's James.
My name is Corwyn.
And welcome to This Movie's Gay. You screwed up the
You wanted
redux.
me to intro.
Yeah, and you didn't do it correct. You said, hey, guys. What's up?
I wanted to intro with that and then do the This Movie's Gay part. But what's done is done,
But it's going
James.
to flub it.
What's
We're going to say, whoa, what is
done.
going on here?
What is happening?
Hey,
Nobody
Corwyn,
knows.
Guess what? I have nothing to follow up from last week about.
Wow.
There is something that I was going to mention last week, but maybe thought,
This is James following up for last week.
On Eating Out number 5, open
Eating
weekend.
Out 5, open weekend.
When they were peeing, you made a comment on how, like, you can't just stop peeing, and then that was...
I mean, you can.
But how
It's
you
just
worded
difficult.
it, I did want to bring up, because you've said it to me, to say, you should probably see a doctor about that.
Yeah. Wait.
Because you should be able to just, like, stop it and then be fine.
You can. It's just very annoying.
Yeah, okay.
And that takes I feel like it's different for women.
I have no idea. I'm not a lady.
But
Even though I've wished so many times to be one.
Like sometimes it is like I've definitely done that thing where you're just peeing and then like, oh, I can stop this, and you stop it. But it's not one of those things where you just stop it and you can like walk away or stop it for a minute. And
I think I could.
Like, but are you going to stop it to have like full-blown sex, which is what they were doing in...
Oh, yeah.
No, I'd be like, you hold on.
No, I think
I'm going to finish.
I think they were still peeing and just,
they were
stroking
peeing, and
well.
then they were... No, they were peeing, and then they stopped to start stroking, and then they started peeing again, which I have heard... James, stop making those faces.
I was doing oh, yeah face.
He was... making like sex faces.
No,
was
I wasn't making a sex face.
terrible.
I was voicing, oh, yeah.
And you can hear that. You can hear the sex face through that.
Guys,
through that,
let
that
us
vocal.
know. See, let us know. Am I doing a sex face?
Yes, you are. I'm here, folks.
I also feel weird asking our fan if you can hear this sex face in my voice.
Just play that part for Nicole and then ask her, can you hear the sex part in your voice? Yes, you can.
Nicole would say, I can hear the sex in everything you do because you are too hypersexual, James.
Yeah, but like half the time I feel like when you make sexual jokes, I feel like half the time you do it, you're doing it accidentally. Like you're not even aware that you're making a sexual reference.
The only time is the rerail. Everything else I do know because I still don't understand why your mind went to, oh, James is being sexual with rerailing. Maybe when I say rerailing, but to rerail, it's not. Rerail, when you say it, it just kind of sounds like you're rewinding something. Rerail, like, whoa.
You weren't saying it like that, though. You weren't going, oh, we're going to rerail. You're like, we're going to re-rail.
But like it's like an improv scene to restart. It's like re-rail or, no, even better, a after-school special when a kid's about to do drugs. Someone leaps and goes, re-rail. Like stats.
Like rewind?
Yeah.
Rewind.
But to re-rail this situation, it's about to derail, but we are going to re-rail this son of a bitch.
Yeah, but there's no, like, the train's off the tracks. It's gone.
You can re-rail something.
This train's gone. It's gone. It fell into the valley.
What train when the kid's about to do drugs and you got to re-rail, and then he says, nah, son, I don't snort that.
But if you're like doing that situation where a kid's like accepting drugs, re-railing it would be like the police coming in and arresting everyone.
No, it's not.
Like you're discussing like rewinding the situation where it's like the kid bought drugs and then it's like, no, rewind. And he's like, nah, man, I don't want drugs.
This is a Thomas the Tank Engine themed after school special. So they have to incorporate, hey, trains can derail, but like we know, up in Kimball, you can re-rail a train.
Wait, what? What, isn't there some movie where they're on a train and the train goes off the track and then it goes onto another like parallel track and it's just like
there has
sliding
to be.
sideways. I feel, what movie is that?
I have no idea. I know there is a Super Sentai series that's just based on trains, so there has to be some rail leaping.
Oh, Fast and the Furious rail drift.
It probably was a Fast and the Furious movie that we are thinking about right now.
Why is Fast and the Furious coming up? So, there is a new movie coming out, I guess.
Yeah, Riggs and Brigsby.
Yeah, they were talking about it at my work the other day, and I was like, why are we talking about Fast and the Furious? What movie is it on? 8? 9? 8?
I think they'll be going on 9, but they're doing a spin-off now.
Did you hear that, Eating Out? They have surpassed you in the number of sequels they have. So we need 4 more.
Yeah, and then
Eating Out to catch up.
And Fast and the Furious needs 3 more to catch up with Friday the 13th.
Oh.
They've had 12.
Oh, jeez.
They can't get up to that 13th, though.
They're like, oh, this one's got to be a bad one.
No, it has to be fantastic.
Bad.
No, the 13th of Friday the 13th?
So bad.
Jason X, baby. That was
my
the
father's
10th.
birthday.
What, Friday the 13th?
Yeah, in October.
Whoa. He's a spooky baby.
I mean, I don't guess his birthday has fallen on Friday the 13th. I don't know if he was born on Friday the 13th, but it's definitely fallen on Friday many times.
No, he needs to had been born October 13th, Friday.
I don't know this.
Call him up.
No.
Have we called? Yeah, we've called my family on here.
We've called Nicole.
And others, but they didn't answer.
Your mom called you at one point and you were like, Mom, I can't answer this.
Mom. Get out of here. You really don't need to call unless you're texting your dad.
I'm not texting. I can literally have I've got a calendar on my phone and I can just set it to his birth year and check.
Oh, I don't know my dad's birth year. That's why
I
just assumed no one did. How do you know your dad's birthday year? Were you one of those nerds who just was BFFs with her parents?
No, because I did the math for their birthdays to get my siblings' birthday.
What?
Yeah, I'll tell you when it's not on the podcast and you'll understand.
Yeah,
the
this
math
doesn't make
easier.
any sense.
Okay, let's see. Nope, it was a Tuesday.
Boo. You sold me an ill bill of health.
I mean, it still has fallen on Friday, October 13th.
Yeah, but he wasn't a spooky baby.
I mean, just for the fact that it's October itself and the 13th, that is spooky enough.
Ooh, like the 13 days of Halloween.
Got two of 3.
ABC Family, Fox Family, 13 Days of Halloween. Does Freeform do that now?
No idea. Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, Freeform's the new ABC Family.
Well, I know that because Shadowhunters was on it. Maybe. I don't know.
Corwyn, are we ever going to get to this movie?
No.
Bye-bye. I'm your champion. Are you my champion? Corwyn, I am your champion. Or Corwyn, my champion.
Did we talk about name meanings and stuff on one of these?
I think we did. Maybe you explained what Corwyn means.
Friend of the heart. Does that recall?
Or maybe you just told me this in...
Maybe. Corwyn means friend of the heart or raven in some situations, apparently. But friend of the heart is the main one. And then my middle name is Alexander, so it's defender of man.
Oh. Friend of heart, defender of man.
Yeah.
What's your last name?
My last name is Cullum, but it's of the River Culm.
Okay. So it just means you are of this area?
Yeah.
So shouldn't it be O'Cullum?
No.
Because that means of?
No, just based on, I can't think of the word. Whenever names change throughout the years, my name has changed from Culm to some of them are Column, and then
you're talking
Cullum.
real quiet.
My name over the years, our last name in my family has changed from Culm all the way to Cullum, and there are other variations out there as well. So
you are friend of the heart, defender of man from this area.
I guess, but it's so. I think there's another. Let me see.
Wait. Don't see it. But
no, I need to
see. Is this
see.
an area in Ireland, Scotland.
Yeah, it's an area in the United Kingdom.
Okay, we need to try and build up a fan base in just that area so we can do a live podcast there. And then guess what? We will have people who need relationship advice that's defending their heart, and you'll defend men from, I don't know, like I'll throw tomatoes at them and you have to block them. Corwyn, oh, he's looking at his phone.
It's like Homestead or River Meadow is what it is.
Okay. You live in a river meadow.
I have a very cool name.
And I'm the marshland monster.
Just from my first name and middle name perspective, just Corwyn Alexander Cullum.
Yeah, James
Friend
Edward.
of the heart, defender of mankind.
My name sucks dick. James Edward McCormick McCullum. That doesn't mean anything.
My name has a lot. But yeah, you mentioned this movie. By the way, we're watching, which you already know from the title. But in case you didn't look at the title and you just
or maybe
played next, you just played
you forgot
next.
your glasses to work and you had to fumble around in order to find where the download button is.
I mean, I guess they're looking on their phone or computer. If they're looking on their phone, you can probably see it. Unless you're blind.
Bat.
If you're blind, I apologize for not telling you the title earlier.
Also, to all of our Bat fans out there, what's up, bros?
What's up, Bats? You keep doing the good jobs that you do.
Yeah, eat them bugs, baby.
Eat them bugs, make flowers grow, all that stuff.
Did I say bees or bats?
Bats. They're still part of the
they also pollinate?
Yeah.
Okay, hey guys, don't kill a bat.
Yeah, they're still good.
Bats are better bees.
No, bees are better.
No,
bees
saying
are better pollinators.
I'd rather have a bat on my arm than a bee on my arm.
But also bats take out pests and things as well.
Yeah.
They eat them.
Yeah, bats are better.
Bats, they're great. So this week we watched Geography Club, which longtime listeners will know. We've tried to watch this a couple of times.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
But we finally watched it. Yay! This was one of the first. It wasn't. I don't think it was the first. I honestly don't. Oh no, I do remember. I was gonna say I don't remember the first gay movie that I actually watched, but I do.
Baby.
I do remember the first one. It was Boys Don't Cry. I don't think I watched the whole thing, and I definitely didn't understand it because I was a small child. But this is one of the first ones that I watched and actually understood and got into the story. And I watched it after I knew that I was queer and all of that. So it's a good movie for me.
I don't know if I've ever
Geography
told
Club.
this story on the podcast before, but my brother had a friend. I will not say this person's name, but he was in our office where the computer was, and he was like, guys, you have to go on this website. And then he goes on a gay pornography website and then is just, as if he's watching the funniest comedy, is just watching this gay porn, laughing with it. Like, I was like, what? And it has never really, I would like to ask him, like, what were you laughing about? What is this?
You didn't ask at the time?
No, because we were just kind of, I wasn't like, oh, this dude's gay. It was just so weird. It is something that would be in a comedy, and it just doesn't make sense.
I'm just thinking of a sketch now of someone being like, oh my God, watch this, it's so funny, and just playing straight gay porn.
Yeah, it's not, no, gay porn, not straight gay porn.
That's what I mean,
I know,
yeah.
Corwyn.
You know what I mean.
I know. TC does tell me gay porn lines that make me laugh a lot. There was one.
I mean, there was a big meme that came from a gay porn that was like, oh, in front of my salad?
No, I don't know what this is.
You don't know what that is? There was literally, so there was a meme all over where this girl is basically eating a salad and it's a gay porn. And so she's the random other actress in to set up the storyline or whatever. And she's just eating a salad, and then she looks up and she's like, oh, and she her home cook or whatever, and I guess husband, I don't know.
Two guys
are just having sex right in front of her, and she's at this like bar thing, and she's like, in front of my salad or something
that's
like
great.
that. It's I'm probably saying it completely wrong, but it's an older meme, so it's okay.
One that's now in the pantheon of what the Hellmouth is. Two guys are having sex, and the guy, I guess you would call him the bottom, but they weren't in like a bottom top situation. They were standing up, but he goes, oh, daddy got me pre-coming. And
oh my God.
We've joked about it so much that it's become an endearing thing of...
Has it?
Yeah, of like, it's a saying you could say to someone of like, oh, wow, you're really trying to romanticize me, or trying to either get me in the mood, trying to court me even. Like, oh, daddy got me pre-coming.
To court you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Alrighty
also
then.
one guy just saying Mary had a little lamb while having sex. That's a good one. But in between moans of pleasure, we got real off topic.
We did. I got a work email that I'm like, whoa.
Corwyn, it's
Sorry.
flip it upside down.
I ordered a thing and I gotta pay attention to it. It's bad.
What do you need to pay attention to?
I gotta make sure that my Swiffer's not coming.
What do you mean?
It's gonna deliver my Swiffer.
Like today?
Yeah.
Oh my God, technology, guys. You have that Prime.
I do. And I'm gonna cancel it immediately because my roommate also has Prime. And why have two?
Okay.
We don't both need Prime.
Well, remember, we might want to watch the tick. Oh my God, your phone flashes. Is it for your Swiffer?
No, it's for my later
God.
appointment.
Hey, guys, anyone wanting to podcast out here, cell phones are the bane of a great conversation. They will halt it right in there. Unless you're like me, I see my mom calling and I say, hey, Mom, screw off.
Oh my God. Yeah, so we need to get back to the movie.
Okay, so geology or geography club. So when I was watching this, I was thinking, okay, I know the title of it, and I know geology is rocks. However,
geography.
Geology is rocks.
Correct.
Yes. So they were going on a field trip to, I guess,
fossils.
Yes. So I was like, oh, this is geology club. Geology class. Oh, this makes sense.
I was wondering why you said that. I was like, what?
Then it wasn't until like they get the note that I called it. I said, oh, I bet Geography Club is actually just a covert LGBT club.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, James, it's literally what it says in the description of the movie.
I didn't read the description.
He didn't read the description. So the description of the movie talks about Geography Club being a club for LGBTQ people. Basically, the premise of the movie is that they have this, the premise in the movie, not of the movie, is that they have this club and they're like, we made the most boring club we could think of so that we had a place where we could hang out and belong.
I think you could find more boring ones. Stamp club, coin collecting club.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. Not boring, because if you love stamps, yeah, I can see the appeal in collecting stamps. You want such a niche thing. So like a flag club. Not a lot of people are going to want to go in flag club. Big Bang Theory taught us that.
They should make a club that has an even like more obscure name.
The Nietzsche's Niche Club. So then it's like, wait, are you talking about Nietzsche, and specifically what about Nietzsche makes this niche? And is it Nietzsche's apostrophe S, so it's possessive? Is Nietzsche a teacher here? I don't know what's going on.
I'm thinking more like specific, like ornithologist club.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
I think it's study of birds.
Oh no, there might be some bird nerds.
Yeah, but are there? I'm just giving specific. They should give it something very like there might be some bird nerds, but
I think no, because
like very specific scientific name, like so that so someone might be like, oh, I might be interested. Like I'm gonna make fun of these stamp guys. They're just like ornithologists. What the Fuck.
But I think that opens it up to Boy Scouts. Because Boy Scouts are
I'm
bird
not specifically
nerds.
saying birds. Something like that.
I think a geology class is even... No, because geology is pretty cool.
I know some rock nerds. I do know some rock nerds.
Oh, yeah. You know some Pantera.
Oh, my God. I don't know music, James.
Oh, yeah. Let me get to a note I had about that.
I mentioned Rihanna in this movie, and he was like, you know Rihanna?
Well,
like,
I
yes,
did.
I know who Rihanna is, and Beyonce. I know
asked it because
big
you were talking
people.
about Rihanna in an actress standpoint, and then I said, well, do you know Rihanna just as an actress? Then he started bringing up Dementia. That's her album.
Disturbia.
Ooh, yeah, I love friggin'
It's a
Shia
song?
LaBeouf.
Oh my God. How did you get dementia?
Oh, it's just a word association, dude.
Oh, you fucked up in your brain when you.
No, I knew it was Disturbia.
Oh, okay.
I just said dementia because it's a disease.
Well, there's also like, I think isn't there a movie called Disturbia as well?
Yeah, the Shia LaBeouf movie. That's
Yeah.
That's what I...
I didn't know where you're going with that, with dementia. I'm like, where did that even come from?
I was just saying the wrong word for the fun of it. Do it sometime.
No, never. I will never say the wrong word, even though I say the wrong words constantly.
What was the thing we were talking about with music? I think it's, the fish came on and I said, Corwyn, this is what they call reggae music. And Corwyn said, I know what reggae is. And
I
he
actually
didn't
say I know what reggae
Yeah, I know.
is.
I was trying to make you
I'm
look
familiar
cool.
with reggae, but I don't know if I would classify a singing bass fish as.
I mean, it is reggae music that he was singing.
I have no knowledge to
But
refute with that.
I believe it was the white man's reggae. There was in 6th grade, there was a huge period of time where kids were just really into Bob Marley. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll get in on this. I'll look at some Bob Marley. Worst like $5 I ever spent on a greatest hits of Bob Marley.
Also, why did we bring up Rihanna as an actress?
We were talking about being music. Oh, what watching?
Yeah.
I think you just brought up you knew music and know like Rihanna, and I said, like her as an actress, and then you said, no, I know Disturbia. Then I brought up the movie with
Okay.
Shia LaBeouf.
I thought there was something specific happened in the movie that made me think of Rihanna.
No.
I mean, there was Rihanna was in Bring It On, so the cheerleader thing definitely. Every time I see cheerleaders, I think
was
of that
Rihanna
movie.
in Bring It On?
Yeah, she was at the end. She was giving a prize out.
Like in a newer one or the original Bring It On?
The old one, yeah.
How long has Rihanna been around?
She's been around for a long
Oh.
time.
I thought she was around like 2007.
She's been around for years.
Okay. Hey, Rihanna, smoke that herb, son.
She's the ambassador for Barbados.
I thought you were going to say for weed rolling.
Barbados.
Because she does like smoking weed. Oh, so speaking on rock collections, did you have a weird collection when you were growing up? What did a little Corwyn Cullum collect?
I kept like birthday cards, but I didn't like collect anything specifically. There was when they came out with the new like quarter design for quarters, like 25 cents, they had, the states on them.
Yeah.
My great grandmother gave me a map that had all the places where you could put the quarter. So I did that, but it wasn't anything that I was like, oh my God, I need to collect this. And I had a couple of fossils, but I never had anything specifically that I was like, oh, I need absolutely to collect this.
Did you
Like I had a few things here, a few things there.
Did you collect birthday cards that were given to you, or did you go and buy?
No, it was just
okay.
birthday cards that were given to me. I kept them.
Because then I was like, no, yeah, everyone collects birthday cards. But then I was rethought
Then
it.
you're
I was
like, wait a minute, does he go and buy birth? No, I don't
would
do
be
that.
insane.
Unless I am just being prepared to give someone a birthday card.
I didn't collect really anything.
I didn't. Yeah, video games.
Oh yeah, one time I as a science experiment, I peed in some vials and just stashed them away, and then they turned different colors.
That's weird, James. That's
Then
weird.
My mom found them and just freaked out.
I would too.
Hey, but I was like 7. It's just like a cool experiment I did.
Was it cool?
Yeah, they changed colors. I possibly did forget about them, and they were just there for maybe 3 months. But
were
they
you
were
at
like,
least doing them for a science fair?
No.
Oh my god.
Hey, the science fair in this little dome piece of mine.
He's pointing at his head.
Yeah, my dome piece.
You make it sound like it's detachable.
No, I thought you were going to say, you make it sound like that's a real slang word. It is.
I mean, I know your dome is like slang for
Yeah, and your dome
head.
piece.
I've never heard piece added onto it, which is a little disturbing. It sounds like you're an alien who can take your skull off.
I think it's, like a skateboarding term maybe.
Dome piece?
Yeah, your dome piece. It just sounds cool.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Like, oh man, I hit that dude in his dome piece.
That does not sound cool or correct at all, James.
It sounds cool and correct, calm and collective. Sensual.
Not even collected.
Sexual.
Collective. It sounds collective.
Speaking of collectives, they got a GLA.
A what?
What's GLS?
What?
The Gay and Lesbian Association Alliance?
They had a gay and straight alliance.
Oh, okay.
GSA.
No, we needed a GLA, a Gay and Lesbian Alliance.
We did. There were actually lesbians in this movie. It was cool.
No, but we need that in real life.
We also talked about them not singing in the movie, and I want to specifically talk about that because they had like at least 3, possibly more, that I didn't recognize as people in singing capacities. But the lead, Russell, was in Pitch Perfect. The guy who I don't know his name, but James laughed every single time he was like, I'm 80% straight. I'm 70% straight. I'm 50% straight.
Well, he was saying
I'm 100% gay.
80-20.
Yeah. He was coming to terms with himself. Yeah. That's a good portrayal to see too. It's great to see that diversity and that representation, especially because like there are a lot of gay men who do say that. They're like, oh, I'm actually bi. I'm like 80% straight and like 20% gay. Sexuality is a spectrum, so people can be on that spectrum anywhere, and it is fluid as well, so that it can change. Point of that is bi people and gay people both exist.
My favorite spectrum is on that Pink Floyd album.
That guy, that specific actor, he was on Glee in a singing capacity, the singing show.
Were you ever in Glee? Let's do a Glee song right now.
No, that's not going to happen.
We're the kids of America. Whoa. You were supposed to sing along and we harmonize, and then it's a Glee song.
The only harmony I'm doing with you is the bye at the end.
But I mean, that's not really a harmony.
That's 2. That's 2. Russell the lead, and then that guy. And then the third one is Nikki Blonsky from Hairspray. And I say it like that because she tweets constantly like that, and I love it.
Should we watch the original Hairspray?
We should tweet her. The original Hairspray.
Yeah, the John Waters one.
Maybe.
Is Divine in that one? No?
I don't know.
Divine's in a lot of John Waters movies.
I am aware of that. Yeah.
We gotta watch Pink Flamingo. That is actually one we should watch. I don't know any of the themes in it, but was like one of the first major drag queen movies of cultural significance.
Yeah.
That made it into the zeitgeist is what I'm trying to say.
We can watch some John Waters movies. But anyway, 3 singers, and there was not a single song in this. So from any of them, which
Drama Camp had more song.
They did. Nikki Blonsky did play the guitar for a bit. The acoustic guitar.
They had song.
Nikki Blonsky played a
Nikki
very seems like heavy metal-esque. Not heavy metal. Not at all. Very very like she's gonna beat somebody up. Lesbian. It was beautiful. Just beautiful to watch.
Oh man, Corwyn's definition of heavy metal.
Not at all. I said the wrong words, like I said I would say earlier.
You go to the parking lot of a Judas Priest concert, you'll get beat up for saying that. Like, James, Judas Priest is one of the gayest bands ever.
I don't know music, James. I don't know why you keep referencing it.
Judas
to me.
Priest is one of the biggest heavy metal bands ever from the 70s, and the lead singer is now openly gay and would wear a
Cool.
bunch of leather. And he defined
Yes.
how heavy metal people dressed. And retrospectively, he's like, I don't know how anyone didn't know I was gay. And it's kind of weird that I was making these extremely macho straight dudes dress in bondage leather pretty much.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I love that trivia.
Yeah, you should
Oh, that's beautiful.
watch like an interview by him talking about it.
I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of things that happen culturally in terms of fashion and music and even just comedy and stuff like that that do come from queer people.
Yeah.
And specifically like the drag community have a lot of influence in things. Like there's the big what is that? The lip sync stuff that's going around now.
Oh, for
it's
real?
Like, yeah, it's
Okay.
like that's totally a drag thing that happens. That's from RuPaul's.
I've been thinking and trying to formulate how I'm going to do this, but I still want to start making music that
For
will
drag queens?
Yes.
Okay.
So it needs to have like a nice like club beat behind it. It's still going to be hardcore rap music, but with more of it'll be in a major key.
They gotta just make it so that someone can lip sync to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'll do that, but
I mean, don't do super fast hardcore rap.
okay. I can do that. Yeah.
Do like comedic fast rap.
Okay. Wait, comedic faster. What?
Well, do like comedic hardcore rap.
okay.
Do
Well, that would just be
it's
like
funny, but also people can exaggerate the way they speak and
Okay.
talk and sing it.
so like a Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Corwyn's
Let's
giving
go
me a
with
face
that.
that is like I don't know, and I only know like
I
two
know
Nicki
Nicki
Minaj.
Minaj.
Jinx. Yes, guys, the podcast is all mine because so and so, not gonna say their name. Ha ha! They're jinxed, baby. All right.
I don't abide
Oh,
by your
darn
rules
it.
of jinx. You
Darn
can't. You're no fae. You can't do that to me.
I'm playground rules. You know, recess when Gruss Grimwald got jinxed by the Ashleys on ABC's Recess.
I know what you're talking about.
You just gave me a look of like, James,
I'm like, why are you bringing up recess?
because he got jinxed. That's playground rules.
Yeah, but I
You
don't
never break a
abide by your
pinky
rules.
promise. You don't break a jinx.
I won't break a pinky promise, but I will break a jinx.
I'll break a friggin' chair over your face. Wrestling, baby. That's playground rules. No, that's the backyard rules.
Good luck with that, James. I am much larger than you.
Yeah, but a chair's a chair.
I can probably stop the chair when you're swinging it at
Yeah,
me.
especially these rickety chairs.
Yeah, or just move out of the way.
There's no room to move here.
I would find a way, James.
Every single day, so we have in the recording space, there's a large table, and every single, maybe once or twice a week, Nicole will scurry in here to get to the printer and say, who keeps moving this table? And I'm like, every single time, no one has moved this table. She thinks it keeps scooching more towards the computer. And I'm like, no, also just go around. Can you fit between this right here?
Yes.
Okay, I say to Nicole, just go that way. And she goes, there's too much stuff in the way. She's a tiny person. You have to kind of squint in order to see her. Magnifying glass, please. You know those glasses jewelers wear? I need to invest in some of them. She's so tiny. We're already 40 minutes into this.
I
and we
know.
haven't
I'm
tucked
about
a
to rattle
leg.
through notes.
Yeah, you go and I have some starred ones.
We didn't really do a quick synopsis of it. Basically, the movie
40 minutes in.
the movie starts out with Russell, our lead. He is chatting with some dude on a like AIM or whatever. That for you guys, it's an old chat program from AOL.
AOL
So-
Instant Messenger.
Yeah. So he's like chatting with that guy and he's going to meet him in a park and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to wear this lizard shirt and green lizard shirt and you'll know me when you see me." He goes out there, he sees a guy with orange glasses who he's supposed to be looking for orange glasses, runs into a classmate. gets awkward, looks back. Guy with orange glasses isn't there, but then we see that the classmate has orange glasses in his pockets, and he's the captain of the football team. They go on to a geology field trip and look for fossils. I thought it was for biology.
Okay.
Is what I thought it was
I
for.
just thought maybe they were like going on a camp trip, like when you go to Camp Pendaluan.
Well, they were on a biology field trip that lasted overnight, which I never had high school field trips that lasted overnight. That
Camp
sounds
Pendaluan.
sort of fun. I didn't have that. I had church camp. So they go on this geology camp field trip. Later, Russell can't sleep. He wakes up, goes outside. The football captain is like, oh, help me with this. And they talk about fossils. The captain dude has rocks because he can't tell the difference between fossils and rocks. And it's supposed to show that he's just all sports. He ain't no brains, apparently, allegedly. And Russell is supposed to be the brainy nerd guy who isn't into sports or whatever. So they start talking, and then eventually they become friends. They play football together, and then they kiss in the rain, and they get caught by Min, who is this nerdy girl on the trip. And they go back to school. They're real stressed about being caught, being gay, and all of that. They meet up. They talk about it.
They're not stressed yet.
They're not stressed. They stress when men.
Oh, wait, no,
they are
yeah,
stressed.
yeah, they are
stressed because they got caught.
Saw
they
them.
Straight up got caught by men.
And then they
like she went. What noise did she make? She goes. Oh wow.
My never.
She was like, oh wow.
Oh bother.
It was not that. She was very surprised, but also okay. She felt good about them kissing, basically. So they take that.
Basically, ass bitch.
They meet up. They're stressed about her doing something. She leaves a note in both of their lockers. They're like, what the fuck is this note about? And then it's just saying, meet me here at this thing at this time. The football player is like, oh, nobody can find out about me. You got to go. And Russell's like, why do I have to go? I don't want to go. But he caves and he goes.
You're flipping papers around.
I know.
Hear.
So I'm getting very into this.
Something on basic in D&D, you know how people speak common?
Yes.
So I've just started saying they speak basic, and I'm just calling people basic bitches.
I'll tell you a joke later. So Russell caves, goes to the meeting. It turns out to be the geography club meeting. And Men's like, thanks for coming. This is a safe space for queer people to hang out. And then Russell's like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that to me. You basically outed me to these other people in this club. And yeah, she sort of did, which kind of sucks. Men, don't do that. Just privately do it and then be like, you're welcome here.
Men don't do that.
Men don't do that. So he tells Kevin, the football dude, that everything's fine. It's nothing. Eventually he goes back to the geography club after having friend time with his friend Gunnar, who is kind of a dick in the beginning.
Corwyn, I feel like
I didn't like him.
I liked him throughout all of it, but
this is a long.
It feels. You just need to hit on the beats.
Okay, so Gunnar's whole thing is that he wants to have sex. That's his entire thing.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Oh shoot, Nicole's here.
It's Nicole. He kept.
Hey guys, Nicole's here. Yeah.
Yeah, he kept taking his headphones off and he was like, I think I hear something, but then just was like, nah.
Yeah, hey, Nicole, do you want to get in on this conversation? You watched the movie Geography Club.
She has no idea what we talked about.
Except maybe a silence or two in the middle where I was like, excuse me, sir. I thought it was some ICM property person. Also, hey guys, if you're looking for an apartment in Chicago, put down James McCullum as a reference. I'll get that sweet cash. I've been meaning to say that every single episode because they give you $500 credit. That's even if one person did that, that's a great ad read.
Nicole is walking away shaking her head, so that's great.
Hey Nicole, I love you.
So, Geography Club. Gunnar is his best friend, wants to have sex. He sets up a date with these two girls that are like the popular alcoholic girls. They go on a date.
One of them has
Russell is very against going on a date with them, but he does it because Gunnar pressures him and is like, you never do this for me and I'm fat. And they eventually go on the date. It sucks. The girl tries to have sex with him.
The girl with
Russell.
with the purity ring. Also, they
the girl
said
with the purity. We can talk about notes after.
We'll Gandhi.
Go. So that happens. He eventually goes. Russell goes to the geography club. Kevin wants Russell to join the football team so that they can hang out and be like actual friends. So that he has an excuse to hang out with him, because if he just randomly starts hanging out with this guy, then everyone will suspect things.
But also, he's a really good player.
And then, yes, Russell turns out to be a good football player.
Fantastic.
He wins the game, all of that.
Oh, he's going to Yale.
Going good with the football team. Then this kid that gets bullied a lot, we see, and is abused and all of that, gets picked on by the football bully guys.
Let me
the
come
bros,
in with notes.
And Russell helps them at one point because they pressure him into helping him. And then he feels bad, gets caught by men and all that. Then he goes on a trip with Gunnar and the two girls, gets pressured into sex, and then he leaves and is upset about it because they basically called him slurs and things. Then they...
Yeah, and they were slurring on those slurs.
He gets outed by the popular drunk girl, and then he's like, you know what, man?
Poster slapped everywhere. Number one homosexual.
Hate how I was acting, so I'd like to... he also gets kicked off the football team, and
bye-bye.
And then he's like, man, I suck, and would like to start a gay-straight alliance.
Forge an alliance.
And then he starts the gay-straight alliance, and then Gunnar breaks up with the drunk chick and starts dating her best friend, the purity ring girl. So then suddenly they're buddy friends again. And then Kevin doesn't show up to the gay-straight alliance, which Russell was like, if you love me, you'll go to this. Because Kevin's like, no, we still need a date. Also, Scott Bakula was in this, and it's Scott Bakula. So, hello.
Corwyn, I just realized this podcast is a gay-straight alliance.
Yes.
Because I'm straight, you're gay.
Yes.
I remember just like for the longest time, I had no opinion about your sexuality. And then you bring up something and I was like, wait, why? You seem very excited about these gay movies. And you were like, yeah, because I'm gay. And I was like, oh, I didn't know. And you seemed offended that I did not know you were gay.
I wasn't offended. I'm just like, oh, okay.
You were just like brought aback.
I was like, what?
Your wig flipped?
No.
Yeah, Corwyn doesn't have a wig. I don't even want that rumor spreading around. He has a thick Oh, this is something I can...
thin hair.
No, you have a thick... it's not thinning. It's
my hair's not thinning.
Yes.
My hair itself they're thin strands, but I've got a lot of them.
Okay, so I can now see Corwyn has blonde in his hair. I kept forgetting to follow up about this. But this is my defense of that. One, I've never seen you like in the daylight.
Okay.
And then two, you usually have your hair dyed. Until recently, I've never seen you without your hair dyed. Or maybe that was Caleb. We don't know.
No, I had my hair dyed. I dyed my hair last year on my birthday on the day. And the dye lasted until literally this haircut. There is one single little piece of it was turquoise. But now there's one tiny little piece.
Yeah, so
left,
if anything,
and it's sort of just faded green blonde.
I should have thought you were a Blue Man Group.
I had blue hair, and then it faded
blue.
into mint, and I had mint hair for a while.
Oh, like your Irish roots.
Just because it was green?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Irish mint. You could have said, "Hey, I got a little bit of Irish mint on me."
Oh my god!
And then you
what
could
are
have
your
used
notes?
Oh, my notes. Yeah.
But also
done?
that's hilarious that you didn't. Yeah, it was hilarious that you were arguing about my hair being not blonde. Was it my headshots that you were like, oh, I could see the blonde?
No, I think it's just like, oh no, yeah, it was.
Yeah,
totally. I saw Corwyn sent me his headshots.
I sent some headshots.
Okay, in the health teacher, they said their aura was a green lavender aura.
I wrote that down too. I was like, green lavender. What the fuck is that?
So I wanted to ask you what your aura would be based off from that. So it's a color and then a scent, because lavender is a scent. I put down
lavender is a color as well.
Okay.
That's why I was like, what?
I put down either a holographic / strobing cream aura that leaks darkness. So it's just a hectic, manic thing that's very bright, but then it just seeps some darkness here and there.
I'd say like a silvery blue and bergamot.
What is
really
bergamot?
love bergamot.
Okay, it's not bergamot.
No, like
Okay.
like
I don't know what
the
bergamot is.
bergamot. It's
Bergamot.
the like Earl Grey tea. It's what's in Earl Grey tea to
I
make
don't
it
know
Earl
what
Grey.
Earl Grey is. Earl Grade?
So bergamot
thought it
is
was Earl Grey.
bergamot is a citrus fruit,
Okay.
but it's like in that family, but it's a very specific smell.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what mine would be.
And what color?
I said a silvery
Silver.
blue.
Okay. Silver
Silvery
blue.
Silvery blue.
Ooh, like the new Sentai.
Or a silvery turquoise. Since my hair was that color for a while, let's just go with that.
All right. Hey guys, let us know. See what aura are you? Anyone.
And we'll go with James' interpretation of a color and
then a
scent.
scent. I know how to think of fun questions to ask people.
Fun questions. And this one's not like, it doesn't put you in danger.
Yeah, guys, just let us know your aura. Aura. Arr. And then we have a date doesn't establish relationship status because Gunnar said, oh, if I get on this date, I'll finally have a girlfriend. But that doesn't mean a dang thing. Maybe in high school it did, but...
Yeah, and then he got drunk and was just like a dick when he was drunk, just sitting there doing nothing, yelling at Russell.
He wasn't... He was just like, I'm not going... Which... Yes!
He did yell at Russell.
No, what, did he?
Yeah.
When he was drunk?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, if you want to leave, you can walk home, Russell.
Well, no. I took that as the correct thing to say, not, hey, drunk person.
He wasn't saying drive me. I don't think he was saying like drive me home. He's like, let's go, we're leaving.
No, but then he said you're the one driving.
Yeah.
He was asking.
He definitely shouldn't be driving.
Or maybe he meant to say you're the one who drove here, so I need you to be in the car.
I think that was it.
But it came off as saying, hey, best friend, will you please drunk drive for me?
I didn't take it that way. I took it as he's upset because he, got dragged into this date. They're drinking, they're drunk, and the girl that he was, on the date with, that he didn't want to be on the date with, ran away crying, and then her best friend started hitting on him.
That's called a great night.
After the girl that he was
kidding.
on the date with was like trying to push herself onto him, and he's like, no, I don't want this. After saying no, he didn't want it. And then the best friend also like tries to hit on him. So he's upset by that. And he's like, no, I want to get out of here. I want to leave. You forced me to come here.
See, this is what he should have done. If you're the sober person at a party and you don't want girls hitting on you, just bring the Satanic Bible and read that. I know that from experience.
At a party. It was just him and his best friend and then the two girls.
Yes, but out of all the girls there, 100% of them wanted to get in his pants.
Yeah, exactly.
He should have had the Satanic Bible with him.
And they were just using Gunnar.
I've done that at parties.
Weird. Okay, rattling through notes because we're at 50 minutes. So
okay, there was for real a part where I had to ask Corwyn, please tell me when it's over, and I had to cover my eyes.
They were eating with their hands.
Oh, they were eating French fries, greasy, fresh out the fryer French fries, and it's so gross.
That's what normal people do, James.
It's literally, my skin is crawling right now thinking of that.
Also, James can't tell people apart. He couldn't tell apart Russell and Kevin.
I was going to say near the end. No, in the end I could, but it was just during the nighttime scenes.
I could clearly see them.
Why aren't you on my side with this one? We normally are.
I could clearly see them. Like, it wasn't that dark.
They had the same kind of jawline, somewhat kind of hair color. One was a little lighter.
If you even want to go, they had completely different haircuts.
And then they just had the same build. Same height.
We didn't really see much of their height or build.
But when you're sitting down, torso size.
We did see like their upper torso. They had completely different noses. If you want to get with it.
I can't. I'm nose blind.
You're nose blind. But it can
Can't
tell
see
people,
'em.
and there are a lot of people. I have definitely had issues telling some people that look similar to Russell and Kevin apart. Before, I go by haircut a lot. I'm like, yeah, same haircut. I've done that. It's been bad. The ROTC guys at my college, just like, I don't know who you are.
Oh, also the quick little scene with the homeless guy when they flashed on the lights of saying there's nothing creepy out here, and it's just a homeless guy, and he says, "I'm not doing nothing."
That was funny. I did like the football player dude. He was like judging stuff about Russell, and then Russell's like, if you're judging me, I'm not gonna help you with your homework. And got up. He's like, I'm not judging. And it's like, no, he was trying to flirt in his best way.
Yeah. I
which
liked
was funny.
when it came out that Russell might have had sex with Tish or Trish. One of the football people says, "Oh man, she's a hoe," and Russell says, "Hey, don't say that about her." And then they were trying to be woke, but this line was super funny. He goes, "Yeah, you're right. She's not the hoe. I am."
But that was one of the bullies. They both have moments of trying to be like, well, I guess only one of them has moments of trying to be woke, but they're both just bad.
Yeah.
They're both terrible. And they do use the R word in this movie a lot,
yeah.
which I'm like, God.
Very often. When was this
stop
movie
it.
made? You didn't bring...
2013.
Okay.
Football dude plays it because he loves it. That's the only thing he loves in the world.
Okay, so we see Brian, and Brian is someone who was picked on a bunch throughout the movie. He admits that he's being abused at home. He doesn't want to go home, and they don't even.
Yeah.
The only correct response to that is like, "Hey, you can absolutely join our club." They should not have let him walk out. And then Russell puts lipstick on him and pushes him out and never apologizes.
James
so
was very
dumb.
onto that. He did say, he was like, "Why are you being nice to me? I hurt you." And then Brian's like, I understand how people think. I understand what happened.
Still,
and
you
then
should say like, "Hey,
he's like, are we good?" And then he's like, "Yeah." Well, he said no. Nah, it's fine.
No. He said,
was like,
"No, you're gay." And then he
Yeah.
said, "I'm just fucking with you."
Yeah. The thing with Brian, like that one hits close to home, but like I understand Russell's point of view. He definitely was shitty, and he acknowledges that he was shitty in following along with the bullies. But from his thing, he's gay, and he hasn't told anyone except for the geography club and Kevin. And Kevin is his romantic interest, and he's in a relationship with Kevin, and it's been a minute in the school year, we can see. And they are sort of dating, and Russell's whole thing is that he can't come out publicly and he can't be outed publicly, or he's going to lose his relationship with Kevin, because Kevin is like, no, absolutely not, no way going public. I love football. The only way I'm going to do football is if I'm straight. So he's got a secret relationship going on. So Russell thinks that he loves Kevin, and Russell loves Kevin, and so he's trying to hold on to this relationship even though it's toxic. So in doing that, he's being shitty. That's what's happening. It's like there's like some depth there that you can see, and it's lovely to see that depth. He definitely is shitty. He definitely does shitty things.
He could have made the same argument, which I'm glad he did, with the drinking. He said, "Oh, I don't want to drink. It will ruin football." He could have said like, "Hey, if we do this to him, we could get kicked off the team."
Yeah, but we could see that those bullies constantly do stuff to that kid, and
I just wanted to punch
even
both
the
of
health
them.
teacher that is like the allied
Rebel
teacher
one?
doesn't stand up for him. So like, absolutely, he wouldn't have been able to go, "Oh no, we're gonna get in trouble." Excuse. Like, it was either he joins them or he's against them, is that mentality that they have and the mentality that they put out in the movie. And that's exactly why as soon as he's just outed, but not even really, like it's just a poster saying, "Oh, he's a homo," like they immediately turn on him. So
yeah,
it's something where he's like, "Oh, if I associate with this kid, I'm gonna get turned on and I'm gonna be that kid." So that's what he does. And that's why Brian understands.
Okay.
He still did a shitty thing.
This, even though it's bad, he should have called those two bullies gay and said, "Oh, you want to put lipstick on a man?" Anything to save this kid. I felt so bad for him.
I know. That kid, he goes on screen like first off, like right off the bat, just looking real rough and worn down, and you feel so bad for him.
I want to see a movie about that kid.
And you see like bruises on him, so you know and he doesn't want to go home. He's an abused kid. He's abused, and he definitely needs protection, and he finds it in the geography club in a way.
And a big ass
cello. Russell definitely doesn't adhere to that, and it sucks that he has that moment. We can understand that he has that moment because of his feelings and because he's afraid of losing Kevin.
But still, apologize.
Yes, we don't know what happened off screen in the story, but we do know
I hope there's a deleted scene. We got to buy it on DVD.
He never outright apologizes to Brian on screen, but he does say, "Are we good?" And Brian's like, "No, you're gay." "Yeah, we're good." And then later, Nikki Blonsky is like, "I'm good if Brian's good," and Brian's like, "Yeah, we're good."
Yeah.
So they do make amends with each other, but it's still, he still does a shitty thing.
They were talking about, hey, extracurriculars and stuff look good on a college resume. No, I had 0 extracurriculars, or I guess I could have put down I was in student publication, but that was just a class.
I was in theater.
Nope, sure wasn't.
So
spent all my time making beats.
I also put the high school mascot was the Panthers. My high school math thought. My high school mascot were the Cougars.
Mine was the Reese Puffer Rockets. And speaking of student publications, I did many editorials of trying to rally the student body to get it changed to the Reese Puffer Rhinos, because then we could have an actual mascot instead of just a rocket, which I believe they did. However, it looks like a giant penis. It's phallic.
Yeah.
And they had to stop doing that. And it got to the point where even I sat down with a principal for an interview and said, like, hey, how could we make this happen? And it was just pretty much him saying, we have 60 years of graduates who I couldn't defend this change to. They have so much rocket pride that them changing to rhino pride, they would hate it. And I was like, oh, come on, man, get with the times.
I mean, I do kind of love that my high school's mascot was the Cougars.
Yeah.
Just because of its implications.
Yeah.
And I definitely have shirts that just say like Cougars on it. So I love that. So yeah, if my high school was like, oh, we're gonna change this name, I'd be like, no,
I have Cougar pride.
I had to deal with it. You've got to deal with it. It's funny now. Yeah, and I also said that the mascot looked like Frank. He just is missing the little tuxedo
white patch. I did write down because after Russell won the game, that panther just runs to a football player and just leaps in his arm. And I said, that's kind of what Frank does at bedtime.
Yeah. I also have that Russell sees straight people everywhere, and that is a thing. Yeah, it's very, when you're looking for representation for someone that's like you tend to see things that aren't representative of you everywhere. So that was nice that gets pointed out.
I forgot to ask this, like, when you have a promise ring, you're not promising
God
your virginity until an age. It's like, hey,
to marriage, usually
not until you're 30. I just wrote down promises virginity to daddy until 30.
Yeah, she's a weird character. She loves virgins apparently. I have DQF, drag queen face. Never heard that before. Never heard it again. Geography Club, secret
Corwyn.
support group. Yes. Oh my God. He's trying to give me a drag queen face. I am not gonna. I just like move my papers to the other side. I'm like, no.
I'll tell you when it's over, just like you were so gracious with those French fries.
Kimberly, I mean, they said it was over themselves in the scene. I would have told you though. Kimberly, the French fry girl, is an alcoholic, and that is
kind of a slob.
She is kind of slob. She calls Gunnar a total Pillsbury.
Oh, I didn't
which-
hear that.
I think that's the first time I've actually heard what she said, and she calls him a total Pillsbury. He's like, "Is that good?" And it's like, no.
Some
no,
people
it's
like
not.
some
Not
people have
from-
a sickness for the thickness.
I mean, yes, curves are beautiful, but what she was saying and how she was meaning it, it was not. But yes, curvy people are beautiful.
Yeah, you're a total Pillsbury. Yeah, you're delicious and friggin' cute. Yeah.
You know that's not how she was saying it
Pillsburies
because
are
she was trying to get
snacks.
with Russell.
In retrospect.
Yeah. So I also have the promise ring. Russell in the car was holding the rock from Kevin, the one that he thought was a fossil. I don't know if you picked up on that. I thought that was a cute little moment.
That was his promise ring.
Yeah, to Kevin. Scott Bakula was Kevin's dad, and we also find out that Kevin's uncle was gay.
Yeah.
I said Scott Bakula, and James was like, I don't know who that is,
Well,
which is
Quantum
funny
Leap.
because I usually don't know actors and things. But yeah, Quantum Leap and also Star Trek Enterprise.
I call it Star Trek Sinnerprise. I really
Homeless-
don't.
Trisha, the promise ring girl, said, yeah, let the homeless dude watch. We should let him watch.
Oh. Then you could
Russell
have just said,
said-
like, hey, I'm uncomfortable with that.
Russell said, you're great, but you just don't feel right. I got a kick out of that. Oh my God. The
Corwyn,
bully
only
kid.
like fantastic notes, Corwyn.
I'm going through them all.
Oh my God.
Gunnar was mad because Russell didn't even notice that he lost 10 pounds from Gunnar, their little fight with their baby. At the end, they have a scene together where they're taking care of this little child
Taking care of
basically
child.
murdering the little fake child so many times. But they say Flo and her two gay dads because the child's name is Flo.
Florence.
Yeah, Braun's shirt sucked. Russell was outed and kicked off the football team.
Bronze shirt sucks.
The bra and skirt thing from Brian getting the lipstick
okay.
and all that. Yeah, that
I
was
was like, who are you calling bronze
stupid.
shirt?
That's my last note.
Yeah. Corwyn, would you recommend this movie?
I would. I've seen it multiple times, and I would definitely recommend it to people. It's a nice movie to watch. It is a bit dated, especially in terminology and in saying like the R word and things like that. So it is a little cringy a couple times, but usually the characters saying that are not great. Though I think Russell says it at one point, which is also not great.
Yeah, and I think it captures how someone from a small town. I think this is a small town. Like
Yes,
like Gunnar.
very small town.
Gunnar, even though he's like, I love gay Russell. Like that's how someone in that situation in that kind of town would respond to that. So I think it stays true to it, even though it's kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, it's but we get it. It is a book. I think it's a book series. It's like a complete series.
Oh, really?
There's a few of them. It follows Russell. And
You got to sit up. You're too.
I know.
Or just drop the
I'm
mic down.
tired.
Drop the mic. Yeah. No,
we're at
not
the
that way.
very
Not
end.
that way. With the clip. The clip.
I know.
The clip,
I know.
daddy.
I'm just gonna talk like this.
Oh, you
And
look so
we're-
uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable. I'm very comfortable.
You look like Frank trying to like
So-
sniff crumbs on a ledge.
We're at the very end of the podcast.
The podcast.
Yeah, we've recorded for a long time.
Corwyn, what you got to plug?
I've got. I'm going to be in Macbeth at the
Don't
end
say
of the
its
summer.
name.
I can say its name because I'm in it.
Theater of the
And We're
Mind.
not in a theater right now,
Theater
so it's fine.
in the mind.
I'm going to be in that with my theater company, Saltbox Theater Collective. Follow us, buy tickets, all of that. That's going to be in the description. Saltbox Theater Collective. Follow us on the at This Movie's Gay
On Twitter.
on Twitter. Also follow me on Twitter at Corwinning.
Corwinning.
And those are, or any social media. I'm also on Instagram and all of that. As the same
Instagram.
name. So follow me there.
Hey,
Plug's
guys.
done.
Go to mlmpod.com to get links to listen to my other podcasts, such as Mostly Speaking Sentai, I'll Get There, and What the Hellmouth. I do have a 4th weekly podcast coming up. I can't talk about it yet because it's an ongoing podcast and it might spoil story that happens in this podcast. But I will be on it every single week. Also, we are trying to get an air conditioning unit for the recording space specifically. That's $130. If you would like to donate to Marshland Media to make that happen, you can go to mlmpod.com/donate or just mlmpod.com. There's, at the top of the screen, you'll see donate. Whatever money you want to do it. We've shouted out other people who have donated, such as Eric from Ranger Command. He's the most recent donor. Follow him at Ranger Command PH on Twitter or Ranger Command Power Hour, the podcast on Instagram, baby.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, and if you donate all $130, I will write a rap song about anything you want. Unless it's problematic, then I will not do that. I'll ask you to get another idea. Well, no, they still sent us the money. We don't want them charging back because I'm not writing them a song. And then also listen to my rap music, Marsh Land Monster. And again, if you're looking for an apartment in Chicago, check out ICM Properties, icmproperties.com, and put me down for a referral. This isn't a paid sponsorship, but that referral does get us like $500 credited to our account, and that would be great. That we record, that would help our recording space. That's one of the bills we have for this.
Sweet.
And I think that's it. Core winning.
Duh.
All right, I've been James.
I've been Corwyn.
Bye. Explosion. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Because I'm crying.
Well, that's being recorded. James is crying over you.
Hey, and then this is my voice. Yeah, we're both doing great.
We're doing great. Just grand swell. He's gonna turn down his headphones.
Turn down your headphones for what?
Turn them down for what?
Right.
Next time I need to spell my name phonetically, I'm just going to say W as in what? Y as in yikes. N as in no thanks.
I need to turn myself down. I just laughed and
I always peek.
I'm good.
Ha.
We're good, babies.
All right.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.